The IO or Imagine Order, the group who have been controlling the Fortnite Island or Zero Reality for thousands of years. But who exactly are the IO and how did they find out about the Zero Reality? Well, that's why I'm here today, to steal your V-Bucks. Nah, I'm joking. I'm here to explain all of Imagine Order's storyline for you. Starting with how exactly did IO become a thing? How did it get created? Well, there's actually two chances for that. Either since Midas used to be part of the IO, he showed the Zero Reality to the IO. Or most likely the second choice, the government. The government was actually introduced in Season 4 Chapter 1 of Fortnite. A government from a different reality which we will learn about when Fortnite Open World comes out. This government finds out about the Zero Reality, researching and learning about it, trying to find out why this universe is so unnatural and so unique. So they hide among others in the island, which you can actually see some of them in different battle passes of Chapter 1. At the same time, government also studies anything unique happening to the island. Some examples are like the Meteor, Fire King and Ice King, and also the Loot Lake. In Season 8 of Chapter 1, this government was interested to find out why exactly so many powerful beings are coming into this island. And more important, what treasure are they exactly looking for? So the government starts researching and they find out that whatever the treasure is, it's under the island. This makes them dig under many parts of the island till they find it. They find a huge vault where the government thinks all their answers is gonna be in there. And they're actually right. In this vault, for the first time ever, we see the 0 point. And the first person to ever be with its singularity or the paradigm. This finally reveals to the government why exactly is Fortnite's universe so unique and powerful. So now, just like any other human beings in the world, they see power, they wanna abuse the hell out of it. Cause that's what people like to do. Very sad. Also, before I forget, the IO guards of the government are actually enforcers, but because the IO didn't exist in Chapter 1, they're like not the IO guards. They're different but technically same. Now on to Chapter 2 of Fortnite, where the Fortnite world got imploded into a wormhole in Season X and recreated using the same map in Chapter 1. When this rebuilding finished happening, seems like the government managed to find a way to take control of the island instead of singularity. And so that's exactly when the Imagined Order became a thing. This group was created by the government to learn about the 0 point and the island, and use the knowledge to become the strongest, most powerful group ever. The IO's logo kind of looks like a compass pointing at north and south, kind of showing us how there's two islands in this world on the top and the bottom, kind of flipped. And there are many different symbols on this logo, which I actually think these symbols represent the main realities in Fortnite. One of which showing the reality where the Spire people came from. Another showing the reality where the government is from. One might even show the last reality. And the most important, the middle circle showing the 0 point or the Zero Reality. The realities which these symbols represent are probably gonna be revealed in the future of the story. I love how much meaning this logo has. Anyway, the IO's leader is actually a person called Geno, but we do think that the reason why he called this group the Imagine Order is because of his daughters, the Imagined and the Order, members of the Seven. More on that later. After Geno, we got the smartest person in the IO and one of the highest ranks, Dr. Sloan. Most of the knowledge and technology of IO comes from her. She got some big brain energy and also kind of hot. What? I didn't say anything. No, go away. Some of the other members of the IO actually used to be Midas's family. So like Midas himself, Jules, Marigold and so on. But they all betrayed and left the IO after Season 2 Chapter 2. Cause IO sucks. And some of the last members we have here are like Gunner, Beefy, thick boy. I really hope he's connected to Brutus. In the end, we got the stormtroopers of Fortnite, aka IO guards. Just there to have terrible aim and die. That's all they do. Oh, by the way, don't forget Jonesy. He's basically there for the IO to abuse him since he's so loyal to them and dumb as hell. My man's brain is smaller than mine. That's impossible. Jonesy is actually the one who always gets sent into the Fortnite loop more than anyone else. That's actually why there are so many different Jonesy skins. All of those are actually snapshots of Jonesy. From the moment IO got created, they start controlling the Fortnite world, making their base right at the middle of the map under both islands, exactly where the home of the 0 point is. This actually lets the IO control the loop by making supplies and chests, preparing the weapons and everything in the map, changing the location of the storm, looping the players every 20 minutes and so on. Even the way we play Fortnite with the camera actually being on our back, kind of like third person, that's actually the IO watching us with a camera or something. And as Dr. Sloan once said, they have been controlling the loop for thousands of years. God damn, she's looking way too good for a 1,000-year-old girl. Midas is still superior. The way IO forces have managed to live up for thousands of years, I think, is by using the 0 point. 0 point is the god in Fortnite and it creates time and everything in the existence. So they could technically use the 0 point to stop themselves from aging when they're near it. I need one of those 0 points. I just reached 18 and already feeling like a boomer. Man. But you may be asking, what were the IO doing 1,000 years in the 0 reality? They just have been learning about the 0 point and how to abuse it and use its power for their own games, and yep, that's it. Season 2 Chapter 2 was actually an example of this, where the IO made their first ever doomsday device. The IO told Midas to make this device so they can learn about the storm and how it functions. This event actually makes them learn how the storm is kind of a living being who feeds off of killing people in the loop, and the loop's existence will end without it. And since the storm is alive, messing with the storm caused it to get a little bit tiny little mad. Just a tiny little bit. Yeah, for sure nothing bad. The whole map got flooded. Storm revenge completo. And Midas is a snapshot known by a shark. IO also uses what they learned from this event to create better and more doomsday devices for the future. Like now they have a full damn team working on these devices. One is actually being used right now for the live event of Season 2. Here comes Season 3 all over again. Oh god. Now we reach Season 4 Chapter 2, cause like Season 3 Chapter 2, nothing important happened in the storyline. I hate that season with all of my soul. Burn it to hell. I don't know how that will work with so much water in that season, but burn. In Season 4 we learn how after the 0 point got imploded at Season X live event, it actually sent a huge energy beam into every reality, attracting all the strong beings to want a taste of that power. Beings like Galactus. Galactus, after feeling the energy of the 0 point, flies towards to eat the 0 point. He's just a hungry little boy, that's all. If you didn't know, Galactus needs to eat planets to stay alive. His body is like way too huge, bigger than freaking planets. And so like a normal McDonald's chicken sandwich isn't enough to make his body work. He needs all of them. So he eats planets for his body to keep working. But by eating the 0 point, on the other hand, it will actually make Galactus never ever need to eat food anymore. The 0 point energy would make him live forever, like eternally. And let him use all of his powers as much as he wants. Which the Avengers from Marvel were brought into Fortnite by force, so they stop him. You may be like, well, what does this have to do with the Imagine Order? Well, the Imagine Order actually finds out about Galactus and gets really scared. So they see the Marvel people coming into the island as their only hope of winning against Galactus. Because of this, they talk to the Marvel people and show Iron Man the 0 zero point, letting him do whatever he wants for stopping Galactus from taking the zero point. So Iron Man joins the IO for the time and thinks about building a single jet engine battle bus and filling it with gamma powered bombs built by Doom. And where the zero point comes into play is the ability of the zero point to snapshot and duplicate things. Iron Man abuses the heck out of the zero point and duplicates the single jet engine battle bus into millions of battle buses all copied from one another. And we all probably know the rest. The hungry big boy goes nom nom boom, turns to like Hulk, then bye bye back to the galaxy, dead floating as a huge corpse. And now that the Marvel are actually done doing their job, IO kicks them out no more. Now season 5 chapter 2 starts. Iron Man abusing the zero point, making billions of battle bosses, and Galactus trying to eat and crack it makes the zero point go really crazy. And the zero point is about to explode. In the season 10, zero point actually did not explode, it imploded, making it heal while remaking the world. Those are different. But now it's actually exploding. If it does, since the zero point is the god of Fortnite, every single universe will end and everything will be destroyed and time will be non-existent. So you do not want that to happen, trust me. Except if you do, then I'm not gonna judge. Maybe. Now that the zero point is exposed once more, IO does not want anyone to get close to it nor use it for leaving the loop. And so Sloan gives Jones a task to protect the zero point, not letting anyone get close to it. He does this by going to many different realities, recruiting many powerful beings like freaking God of War Kratos to help him out. At the middle of that, he also accidentally brings things like the aliens into the map, causing even more issues. Every time Jones jumps into different realities, even more snapshots of him get created. And the exact number of times Jones jumps in and out of different loops using the rift gun is 88 times. That's a lot. And he uses so much energy from the zero point to the point zero point gives up and is about to actually blow up. Someone give this man a bigger brain, please. Jones then knows his only hope to save the reality and the zero point is if he brings the foundation into the world, since he is a god level being as well. The way Jones knew this is because of how the IO has full background information about the Seven and exactly knows who they are and like what the Seven have or know. By bringing the foundation into the zero reality, Jones now becomes the enemy of the IO and gets kicked out of the group. He also promises Foundation to show him where the leader of IO, Geno, is, and also Geno's daughters, the sisters.
Geno! I can get you to Geno.
And the sisters?
Yeah, the reason why Foundation asked for the sisters after Geno is because they are Geno's daughters. Jones was actually right and Foundation does make the zero point heal and not explode. But for this to work, Jones had to explode his rift gun in the zero point. Being near a rift gun actually makes sure you do not become a looper like other players and makes sure you be able to talk and keep your memories or even leave the loop. Now that Jonesy loses his gun, he has no more memory, he is a looper now and no way to leave the loop. And now we are at season 6 chapter 2, one of my favorite seasons. IO actually plans to abuse Batman by bringing him into the zero reality, then forcing him to learn about the Fortnite world and how exactly it works, so the IO learns with him as well. Batman thought he was just trying to leave this world, but he was actually being used by the IO. The biggest detective in the world being abused by the IO. Not so great after all, huh? Here we also learn how Sloan managed to abuse Batman by working with Lex Luthor and Batman who laughs, Batman who giggles,
Batman who go ha 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 ha.
Which actually Batman who giggles is in the Fortnite map right now trying to reach the zero point. If he does, he will end every single reality in the world. All of it. Stop him. Now on to season 7 chapter 2 we go. The best season in Fortnite of all time, and that's a fact. fact. This is actually the aliens coming to the island because of Raz. Raz, by using the energy of the cubes and being corrupt, took control of the spire for like a little bit. And while having control, he managed to open a portal and bring one of the UFOs in Fortnite universe. Dr. Sloan actually knew how strong the aliens are, but did not know how the aliens are actually using the cube energy. She tries her best to find out how she can fight against the aliens and end them. Nothing works out because of how strong they are, except one thing. When aliens start abducting locations, Sloan thinks of putting many bombs on their Coney complex and make the aliens abduct the location by freaking putting cat food in the location. Cat food! What? So Sloan's plans actually work and aliens do abduct Coney Complex. By the way, they also abducted John Jones in this season as well when he was like hiding from the IO in a cow suit. Of course aliens love abducting cows. Why is my man so dumb? Help him. While Coney gets abducted, we finally find out that the UFOs are powered by the cubes. Cubes are actually alien technology that keep a dark magic inside of them. The cube itself is not important, but the magic inside of these cubes is, and it's created by the Cube Queen. At this moment, Sloan talks about how the last time these cubes were on the island in season 6, it nearly destroyed the island completely. And she actually had no clue the aliens were with the cubes. Very interesting to know. What? You don't care? Okay, moving on. Sloan finally shows how the IO are like terrible people. She betrayed us, leaving us in the mothership to die after we like activate the bombs. You bitch, I hate you because of that. And maybe I don't because of many reasons. Sloan's plans actually work and the mothership is actually now dead. Which we also die while falling from the mothership, but don't worry. We actually died in the loop, meaning we just respawn in the next loop. So on to season 8, chapter 2. In this season, we and the IO find out about the Cube Queen and how there is many cubes out there. Even like a Ninja Cube and Midas Cube. That's my favorite cube, I love that one. For reasons you probably know. The IO are completely losing the war against the Cube Queen. No hope for victory. Not even the mechs helped out, and you all say they're OP. Sloan actually kind of gives us and reveals to us how they actually found John Jones in season 7. She's so mad that she tortures John Jones to death to calm down. But like a Sloan is yes, so like yes. Also, this is where we found out that John Jones' brain is tinier than mine. Best event in Fortnite just because of that. But Foundation comes in saving Jones from Sloan's tortures. But I kind of think Jones was actually enjoying being tortured by Sloan. I'm not gonna judge him. After Foundation saves John Jones, Sloan says how she thought Foundation died. I really hope Fortnite actually shows us when Foundation was about to die. Like, is it about the thing when he was stuck in the spire, or is it something else? Then Foundation and Jones go to flip the map, making IO's base get destroyed and Waterbeat McQueen. Big brain. Nah, she and all the cubes in chapter 2 map just got sent back into the zero reality. They will be back really soon. But forget all of that, it's time for the best chapter in Fortnite, chapter 3. In the season 1 of this chapter, on the IO side, they like only drill out into the chapter 3 map and create their new base, Command Cavern, and prepare for the next big war between the IO and the 7. They also start recruiting loopers to work for them, people like Master Key and some other ones. And now one of the most important moments in the Fortnite storyline happens. The season with more storyline than any other season in Fortnite, season 2 chapter 3. In this season, IO starts the war very strong, showing off their huge massive long drill filled with their tanks and blimps and so many troops to destroy the 7. While Sloan recruits Prowler to fight the 7 and she even turns off building. That was exactly when I and many others fell in love with her. Thank you Sloan for like freeing us from the sweats. Midas is still better. Anyway, while Sloan has started the fight strong, she's not doing well anymore. The 7 actually return builds, shame. They also blow up many Io blimps, also shame. And while at the start of the season Io took control of most of the chapter 3 map, now Io only has control on the loot lake and command cavern, which will be used for the ending live event. So now Io is very close to losing this war, while Jones at the same time is trying to hack into Io servers, trying to learn about their plans. But what he learns about instead is how someone has completely deleted the files about the history and everything of Imagined and Order. Like someone doesn't want anyone or even Imagined and Order themselves to know their past and who they exactly are. The only person who can delete Io's files is actually Geno, leader of Io. Which again, as I said, this might mean that Geno is Imagined and Order's father. Remember that these two do not have any clue about who they are and their past, so this would explain a lot. And as I said, Io is about to lose the war against the Seven, but it's not that easy. Sloane has actually found the remains of the Skull of Monster in season 9, and she has rebuilt a new doomsday device. She will use the device and maybe even a remake of the monster to try to come back and win this war. We don't know how exactly her plan will go, but this will happen in season 2's live event. Till then, click on this video on your screen to exactly find out who Geno is, leader of Io.